This is TWiT.
Well, Microsoft today unveiled its hotly anticipated fitness wearable device, which they're calling Microsoft Band. The watch goes on sale today for $199. Let's take a look at their promotional video.
How many do we miss? Tied to our desks. Looking down at our phones. Plugged in. We call them moments because they don't last, and we don't know their value until they're gone. So make the most of every moment. The ones that make you smile.
Notifications.
Make you proud.
Yeah, alerts and messaging. And, of course, fitness.
Inspire you.
So we get the idea. If you get this watch, you're going to be 20-something and very fit. No question about it. Elise Hugh, this watch actually looks really great. I can't help but notice that it has some weird sensors. For example, it has a UV sensor to tell you if you're getting sunburn. It has a stress sensor to tell you if you're super stressed out. I think that for those of us in the journalism business, we're not going to make much use of the UV sensor, but we will use the stress sensor. What do you think of this watch? Does this have a chance to compete against the other fitness bands and maybe even the Apple Watch?
Now, I haven't been to business school, but from what I understand, so much of entrepreneurship and sort of launching products has to do with the timing that you get your product to market, right? And so my first reaction when I was reading about this was, geez, is this too late? And so that's kind of question number one. Two, I am excited that wearables are advancing like technologically in general. Stress sensors are cool. This gets really complicated because this is more power or more information for us to misread. So yeah. I'm really interested on how it either prompts us to act or not act based on, this one indicator that Microsoft tells us is important. So yeah, bigger behavioral and cultural questions I have, as usual.
Yeah, and there are a couple of other points to communicate about this, which is that, first of all, they make a big deal of the fact that you're supposed to put the display on the inside of your wrist. This is kind of unique, and we've all seen those guys, with the watch where they wear it on the inside just because they want to be different or whatever. But that's apparently how this is designed to be used, and I guess that makes sense. It looks like it makes sense from the video and so on. It tracks both sleep and exercise. It gets 48 hours on a single charge, and I think the most interesting thing about this by far is the fact that it supports iOS, Android, and Windows Phone. So, for example, the Android Wear devices are only for Android. The Apple Watch is only for iPhone users. This is the watch, like some of the other fitness bands, actually. But this is a watch for multiple platforms, and I think that's a very, very cool thing. And it's going to have, of course, it has an app for each of those platforms. So I'm optimistic. I think this is pretty cool.
It's interesting that they're breaking out of the walled garden because it seems to flow with the trend that Satya Nadella has been trying to set, which is you can get more Microsoft products in more places than previously under other regimes. So business-wise, I do think that's an interesting move as well.
Yeah, definitely.